Once upon a time, in the mysterious land of Middle-earth, there existed a peaceful hobbit village nestled amidst lush green meadows. The hobbits, known for their love of nature and simple pleasures, lived harmoniously in their quaint, cozy homes. But beneath their idyllic facade, a darkness was brewing. Whispers spread throughout the village, telling tales of a hidden cult that worshipped dark magic and sought to unleash an ancient evil upon Middle-earth. One moonlit night, a group of young hobbits decided to investigate these rumors. Armed with their courage and curiosity, they ventured towards the outskirts of their village. As they trekked deeper into the enchanted forest, unsettling sensations crawled up their spines while eerie sounds whispered through the ancient trees. Suddenly, a thick fog enveloped their path, obscuring their vision and suffocating their breaths. Panic surged through their veins as they stumbled blindly, losing sight of one another. Shadows danced in the darkness, taunting their fears and leading them astray. As the fog dissipated, an ominous figure emerged. It was a hobbit, but with a twisted, deformed appearance and eyes glowing with malevolence. The creature cackled gleefully, revealing sharp teeth as it summoned dark magic with a haunting incantation. The young hobbits, paralyzed with fear, watched as the twisted figure conjured creatures of nightmares, grotesque trolls, venomous spiders, and malevolent spirits. The once peaceful forest transformed into a terrifying battleground, where the hobbits fought for their lives against the encroaching darkness. But as the battle waged on, the young hobbits noticed a glimmer of hope, a distant flicker of light amidst the chaos, leading them towards salvation. With newfound determination, they rallied together, standing united against the nightmarish horrors that threatened to consume their world. The young hobbits fought valiantly against the encroaching darkness, their hearts pounding in their chests, as they battled the nightmarish creatures that plagued the once peaceful forest. As the chaos unfolded around them, they clung desperately to the flicker of hope that guided their steps. With each swing of their weapons, they struck down the foul minions, but as they pressed onward, their strength waned, and doubt began to creep into their minds. The twisted figure orchestrating the nightmare stood unyielding, his cackles growing louder and more disturbing with each passing moment. A chill wind blew through the hollow trees, carrying whispers of ancient spells and sinister intentions. The ground beneath their feet shifted and crackled with malevolent energy, threatening to consume them whole. Shadows danced and writhed, distorting reality and blurring the line between nightmare and waking. Their hearts heavy with fear, yet fueled by an unshakable determination. The young hobbits pressed on. They refused to succumb to the darkness that threatened their way of life. With every ounce of strength they possessed, they fought tooth and nail. But the twisted figure was cunning, and he sensed the faltering resolve in their hearts. With a wave of his hand, he summoned a swirling vortex that threatened to pull the hobbits into an abyss of despair. Their bodies and minds were tested to their limits, as the very essence of their being was stretched thin. As they stood on the precipice of defeat, their spirits flickering like a dying ember, a sudden burst of luminous light pierced through the darkness. The air crackled with energy as a mighty voice boomed, shaking the very foundations of their world. Hope surged through their veins once more as a figure emerged, exuding power and purity. It was Gandalf the White, the legendary wizard, risen to aid them in their time of need. With a wave of his staff, the twisted figure staggered, his power momentarily weakened. But as the young hobbits glimpsed the sly smile curling at the corners of the figure's lips, they wondered if victory was truly within their grasp. For it seemed that the forces of darkness had a plan much more sinister and twisted than they had ever imagined. The young hobbits, their hearts pounding in their chests, stared at the twisted figure before them. The air was thick with tension, and the scent of fear hung heavy in the night. They knew that this encounter would determine the fate of their village and, perhaps, all of Middle-earth. Summoning all their courage, the hobbits launched a fierce assault. Their weapons clashed against the minions of darkness, blades slicing through the air, and spells lighting up the night. The ground trembled under the weight of their battle, each side locked in a desperate struggle for dominance. As they fought, the twisted figure's power seemed to grow, his malevolent laughter echoing through the forest. Just when it seemed that hope was slipping away, a sudden burst of magical energy erupted from within the hobbits themselves. Their eyes glowed with a newfound strength, and their attacks intensified. Bolstered by a surge of determination, they pushed forward, inching closer to victory. But the twisted figure was not one to be defeated easily. With a wicked grin, he chanted an ancient incantation, summoning nightmarish creatures from the depths of darkness itself. The hobbits were surrounded, their every move blocked by relentless foes. Desperation filled the air as they fought to stay alive. But amid the chaos, a young hobbit stumbled upon a hidden artifact. It was a talisman of ancient power, said to bestow strength and protection upon its wielder. Clutching the talisman tightly, the hobbit unleashed a surge of energy that repelled the minions of the twisted figure. The battle raged on, reaching a crescendo of intensity. The forest shook with the clash of magic and steel, the very fabric of their world tearing apart. The young hobbits fought with every ounce of their being, their determination unwavering. But just as victory seemed within reach, a deafening roar echoed through the forest. A colossal creature emerged, towering over the battlefield. It was a fearsome dragon, its scales gleaming with fire and its eyes burning with malice. The hobbits gasped in horror, realizing that their true foe had revealed itself. The twisted figure had merely been a pawn, a distraction from the true terror that awaited them. The dragon unleashed a torrent of flames, scorching the earth and devouring everything in its path. Caught in the dragon's assault, the young hobbits frantically sought a means of escape. They cast their spells and launched their attacks, but it was as if their efforts were futile against the mighty beast. The situation grew dire, their hopes dimming with each passing moment. As the flames grew hotter and the dragon's wrath engulfed the battleground, the young hobbits refused to surrender to despair. They rallied their strength and drew upon their deepest reserves of courage, determined to face the ultimate threat head-on. With a powerful incantation and a collective surge of will, the hobbits launched one final assault. The combined force of their magic and weaponry rained down blows upon the dragon, striking true and unyielding. As the battle reached its climax, a bright light emanated from the talisman, empowering the hobbits with an overwhelming surge of energy. Raised above their heads, the talisman unleashed a devastating blast of pure, radiant light that pierced through the dragon's smoke and fire. A deafening roar echoed through the forest as the dragon writhed in agony, scales cracking and body convulsing. With one final act of defiance, the dragon unleashed a fiery breath, but it was too late. The light of the talisman had weakened the dragon's already frail form, leaving it vulnerable to the hobbits' assault. With a final strike, the young hobbits brought the mighty beast crashing to the ground. The forest fell silent, save for the crackle of flames and the steady breaths of the victorious hobbits. The twisted figure and his minions had vanished, their dark presence lifted from the land. The hobbits, exhausted but triumphant, stood amidst the smoldering remains of their harrowing battle. They had faced unimaginable terrors, triumphed over darkness, and proven their unwavering spirit. They had safeguarded their village and preserved the peace of Middle-earth. News of their bravery and heroism spread far and wide, inspiring hope in the hearts of all who heard their tale. They were hailed as legends, saviors of their people and protectors of the realm. The hobbits, forever changed by their perilous journey, returned to their village as heroes. ready to rebuild and forge a future free from the shadow of darkness. And so, the once scary story of hobbits came to a close, leaving a legacy of courage and resilience. Their village thrived, and Middle-earth, forever grateful, lived in harmony for generations to come. The tale became a legend, whispered around campfires, a reminder that even the smallest of beings can conquer the greatest of terrors. But beware, dear listener, for darkness has a way of seeping into even the brightest of moments. And who knows when the shadows will rise again, waiting to challenge the bravery and strength of those who dare to face them.